Today we are checking into the Contemporary Resort, more specifically a one-bedroom villa at Bay Lake Tower. We have such a fun day planned, including a room tour, plenty of dining, of course, and hanging with friends. Let's go check in. Well, we are all checked in, and to my surprise, the room is already ready for us. Also, very exciting news, we actually got upgraded from a standard view room to a partial lake view, partial theme park view room, which I'm hearing is the best of both worlds. Shout out Hannah Montana. And since the room is ready, let's head up to the 9th floor and check it out. Wow, oh my gosh. Guys, look at this view just off the elevator. This would be the perfect room right here. Well, this is us. Oh, whoa, guys, there is so much room for activities in here. Let me put my bag down and then show you guys around. Okay, room tour is a go. Walk in. To the right, there's a door that I believe connects to like a different room. And we have a little closet with a laundry basket. Anything else in there? An iron? That looks like it. Continuing around, again, the door's right there. We have a bathroom here. This kind of reminds me of like a cruise ship bathroom. I don't know, maybe it's just because of the way the sink is. It reminds me of a cruise. Also, that's me. Hi. Of course, our H2O products, towels, toilet, and shower. Do you guys see what I see? They have H2O products that are not mounted on the wall. They give you the actual bottles. Shampoo, conditioner, body wash, and bar. So this will be coming home with me. And also, this shower also has a tub here. But continuing along into our common space area, I guess you can say, we have our kitchen table here. This booth looks like it could seat like 6 people. This could seat a lot of people here. We've got a Space Mountain painting artwork, which is perfect for our view, which I'll get to in just a moment, because that's the part I'm most excited about, of course. And then here's our full kitchen. I mean, we've got a full fridge and freezer, a sink, and a whole stove, oven, microwave. I'm sure in those cabinets there's like a bunch of things that you would need for cooking and such. I don't think we're going to be doing much of that on our vacation, but some people like to, so I'm sure it's there. There's also a little island with 2 stools there. We've got our couch. I could see in the back there. This does pull out. And we've got a little painting of the contemporary Bay Lake and the monorail beams, a chair, a little table situation there, a bigger chair, and honestly, actually this one pulls out too. So there's like 2 pull-out sofas. So you have this one, which looks to be like it's probably the size of like a full or a queen bed, and then a twin pull-out. So this room could sleep quite a few people. And here we go, guys. The moment you've been waiting for, the view. So right here in the living room, we've got a perfect view of Bay Lake. We can see someone out there fishing right now. If we turn, we have a view of the basketball courts, and bam! Would you guys look at that? Tron, space, the castle, the Astro Orbiter. We could see it all from right here, but this isn't even the best view of the park. Oh, before I get to that though, also, you gotta have resort TV on the entire time. It sets the perfect background music, so that will not be going off. But I have to show you guys the balcony. Moment of appreciation for this view here. I actually don't think I could possibly be sleeping closer to Space Mountain and Tron tonight unless I literally pulled out a sleeping bag or a tent and like slept next to it. This is the closest like bed I think you could ever get to Space Mountain and Tron. Like I don't even know if the video is doing justice just how close we are. It's crazy to me. It's honestly oh my God, you can even see Tron going by. I don't know if the camera picked that up, but you could literally see the Tron coaster going through the outdoor section. This is so sick. It's honestly making me want to go over to Magic Kingdom and ride Space Mountain and Tron, which we might do, but also that castle view, man, we are going to have an amazing view of Happily Ever After tonight. I am just a sucker for a good view, and I genuinely don't know if there's a room with a better view of Magic Kingdom than that. Like I said, we are like so close. We're at like the very end of Bay Lake Tower. So we're very close to Magic Kingdom. And I'm just so happy. That is what I want in a resort. I want to have a view like that, and that view is so good. You might have to like peel me out of here. Peel me out of this room come 11 a.m. tomorrow. But we are back inside, and there is still one more thing that I need to show you. Of course, that is the bedroom. We are in a 1-bedroom suite. So we of course have a bedroom with, I believe, a king bed there. But this is the room. We've got a nice little Mickey and Friends painting above. We've got our bed, of course, the Mickey-shaped towel. You love to see it. We've got our plasma screen here. This is a very tiny TV for this room. It reminds me, every time I see a TV that's like this small, it reminds me of the dinner party episode of The Office where Michael is like ecstatic about his plasma screen TV. So we've got our Michael Scott plasma screen right here. Of course, a little desk, nice little chair, and we are right back out. Oh, handles on the other side, but we are right back out. It would help if I unlocked it first. Right back out to the balcony, right from the room. Man, I just want to sit out here all day. And if there wasn't so much to show you at this resort, I honestly probably would sit out there all day. Continuing with the room tour though, and just in case you're wondering, there is no space under the bed. I don't know like who would ever think to like go under a bed or anything in a hotel room. That just sounds so weird to me. I don't know who would ever want to do that. But in case you wanted to, you can't do that here. We have the bed, and we also have a big jacuzzi with like a sliding door here. So you can, in case you wanted to, I guess, oh my gosh, I guess you could sit in the bathtub and watch your plasma screen from inside the bathtub. Okay, now for the rest of the tour of the bathroom. Sorry, I really just had to get that out. I had to do it. But we have entered the bathroom through a very unconventional way. We've got another sink here. And then, of course, we've got another little room with a little slidey door there for another shower and the toilet, which I'd be lying if I didn't already use. But moving on, the shower here. And they've got like a little rainfall situation from the top. It is quite tiny, but it does the job. And yep, we've got our third full set of H2O products. You love to see this. I mean, this will all 100% be coming home with me. I'll have a new set to add to the collection. Very nice. All right, well, now that I've given you guys the grand tour of my crib for the evening, I don't know about you, but I am pretty hungry. I think it's time to go grab some lunch. Well, we made our way over to the Contemporary building. Look at that monorail going by right behind me. Awesome, love to see it. And I am so hungry, I haven't eaten yet today, and it's getting pretty late. So I was like, oh, what do I get? And the temptation to go down to Steakhouse 71 and get a stack burger was so real, because that's really what I want, a lettuce wrapped stack burger. You guys know that is like my favorite, but I feel like I've gotten it so much recently in the past. So I was like, you know what? I should try something different. And I was this close because I saw that there's a bar, actually a pool bar called the Sandbar, that has like a menu that I didn't know they actually like served food there. So I wanted to go check it out. I still might go check it out to show you guys the menu, but I almost went there. But then I saw at the Contempo Cafe, they have I think, new patty melt. So we made our way up to the Contempo Cafe, and I think we're going to get something from here instead. The Contempo Cafe is the quick service restaurant here at Contemporary, if you didn't know. Here's a quick look at what they've got on the menu. They have a burger, of course, the patty melt, the Chicago-style Italian beef sub. I've actually had that before. It was a really long time ago, but I remember it being good. They have a hot roasted turkey sandwich, spicy chicken Sammy, Sicilian meatball sub, chicken strips, and chili cheese mini corn dogs. Also some flatbreads here, some salads, some sides, and then of course the kids' meals here. Look who has finally made her way to the Contemporary for our little sleepover. Me and Promise are having a sleepover today, and she got a burger from Contempo Cafe.
I did. You knew that I would probably join right around the time when you were getting food. That's when I was going to come along. Had a really good burger, like not as good as the stack burger at Steakhouse 71, which I know you love, but really dang good and really good start to our little sleepover.
It actually said artisanal burger on the menu, and we were very skeptical. I'm like, okay, this is like a Disney resort. Is it going to be a Disney resort burger, or is it actually going to be an artisanal burger? And I have to say, it looks quite impressive. It looks very juicy, very meaty. It looks like a pretty solid burger. I'm hoping my patty melt is just as good looking. Can confirm my patty melt does look just as good as Promise's burger. This is the 4-cheese patty melt. It has I didn't even read the description. This sounds so good.
Grilled cheese.
Oh my gosh. It's a 4-cheese grilled cheese with a beef burger patty, caramelized onions, and patty melt sauce for $13.99. Oh my god. That was my genuine reaction to reading that this is actually a grilled cheese with a patty melt. And let me just tell you guys, this looks so freaking good. I am very happy with my decision to come to the Contempo Cafe for lunch. Or, I haven't tried it yet, so let's hope I'm still as happy after I try it out. First bite. What in the world is the Contemporary Resort doing to the burgers here? I mean, the stack burger is obviously phenomenal. And another one now? This burger is so good. And let me also just tell you that there are more than 4 slices of cheese on this. There are 3 slices of cheese up top and 3 slices of cheese on the bottom. Are you kidding? And also, let's not forget about the toasted cheese on the outside of this. I don't know if it's sourdough or Texas toast. It kind of tastes like a cross between the both. This is so cheesy and so freaking good. I will say though, this was supposed to have caramelized onions on it and it doesn't, so I would imagine it would be just even better with the caramelized onions. But one thing we did do, I said before, I was like, you know what, this would be really good with some pickles, I'm sure. And Promise went to go get some pickles. So we've got some pickles here. I'm going to put some on the burger and then try a bite with the pickles. Holy cow. I mean, the patty itself is just so seasoned and so juicy. And then, of course, you've got all that cheese. And it was supposed to come with patty melt sauce. I obviously didn't get that on here, but I imagine that would probably make it even better. And then I wish it had the caramelized onions. The caramelized onions would be just perfect on here. That toasty fried cheese on the outside of the bread. What a move. This is... I mean, I would even say come here to get this patty melt if you're in Magic Kingdom. Like, walk over to the Contemporary and come get this patty melt instead of eating one of Sunny's famous burgers. This is delectable. Well, guys, I am still so shook from how good that patty melt was, but we do have a dessert to try. This is the Monorail S'mores Brownie. It's a fudgy brownie with a graham cracker crust, topped with a marshmallow cream and chocolate decor for $5.79. You guys know I love me some s'mores. Let's try this out. Oh, that marshmallow is very hard. So is the brownie. This brownie doesn't look fudgy. It actually looks incredibly dry. And it tastes incredibly dry too. I need some water.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it definitely looks very pretty and stuff with the monorail. That's why I was like, I have to get the monorail dessert because we're staying at the Contemporary. But unfortunately, it's a bust. It's dry. The marshmallow stuff on top is hard. And the graham cracker kind of just like crumbles off. This is not a good brownie. Well, after Contempo Cafe, we decided to take the walking bridge across so we could get back to Bay Lake, and we came out here to this amazing view. Promise hasn't been to the room yet, but what if I told you our view from our room, from our living room, is better than the view from right here? It's awesome. So we are gonna head back to the room and probably relax for a little bit. Well, I went inside for like a minute, and oh my gosh, guys, there is a monsoon out here. You can't even see across the lake. It's so windy, you can't even see the castle anymore. Or my face because the wind is blowing like crazy. This is a wild storm, guys, and what a view to check out this storm from. Promise, you wanna go to the pool? Yeah, let's go. Well, we were kind of just like trapped in the room with all the rain. So we're like, what should we do? We gotta have some type of rainy day activity. So Promise suggested the arcade. So we made our way back over to the Contemporary, and we might hit up the arcade, maybe a little monorail ride. I don't know, we're gonna hang out. Nothing like a good rainy day stop at the Grand Floridian. Just taking the monorail right from our hotel room over to get an espresso martini from the Enchanted Rose. Well, we have made it into the bar. We're seated at the bar. I've never actually sat at the bar at the Enchanted Rose. Promise taking a look over the menu. I won't be needing that today. I am obviously ordering an espresso martini. All right, we've got our very demure espresso martinis. Promise's first time having an espresso martini at the Enchanted Rose.
No, yeah, I've never had an espresso martini on the monorail loop for sure. So really
well, if you're gonna have
excited.
one anywhere, this is the place to do it. This is my second favorite espresso martini on Disney World property. So cheers.
Cheers. It looks so good, so fancy.
Oh,
I love that.
we are doing better than all right.
Amazing, Sue.
Glad to hear that. If you need anything, let me know.
Thank you. That foam on there is so thick, and it just has like the slightest hint of chocolate that makes it almost like creamy.
Yeah.
Do you like it?
I really like it, and she is a strong one. I think
Yeah.
you definitely only need one, but it's like sweet, but rich, but not too sweet. A good little pick-me-up for sure.
It is a little rich. Strong espresso flavor, strong alcohol flavor, thick foam, 3 beans. What more can you ask for? So good.
So good.
Well, now that we're all caffeinated up, we also washed our hands in basin, of course. How could you not? Oh, the monorail's here. But we're gonna hop back on the monorail, and then we're gonna go back to our room and maybe hang out, and then probably get some dinner somewhere. Well, we are on our way back, and I feel like we've walked across this bridge like 5 times by now, but it's such a beautiful walk, especially now that the weather's nice. I mean, look at this view. This is just of the lake view, but we are currently making our way back into the Contemporary because we're actually gonna head up to California Grill. Well, guys, we have made it up to the California Grill Lounge. We went to check in. Check-in is actually on the 2nd floor. And we're like, oh, is there any room at the lounge? And they actually changed the way the lounge works up here. So the tables that are just behind me are no longer for the lounge. They're kind of regular dining, and the only lounge is at the bar, and there are only 16 seats. They said there were 3 parties ahead of us, and somehow we got a text like right away, like literally just as Promise and I were like, should we just go somewhere else? Should we go to the Tambu Lounge? I got a text, and I was like, of course. I wanted to say, I got a text, like on Love Island, because that's literally what it was like, and I like jumped up and I was so excited. So we've made our way up to the lounge here, and we're gonna take a look over the menu. Starting, of course, with the beverages here, and I was joking with Promise that I was gonna get this California Grill signature cocktail that is $138, and she was like, wait, for real? And I was like, no, of course not. But we have a bunch of other things. An ice wine martini, that sounds super interesting. They have the, where is it? I like the blackberry sour here. I've gotten that before. Ooh, a Mai Tai. That sounds interesting. They also have this blueberry lemon drop martini. A bunch of different things. I'm not sure what I'm gonna get yet. I was actually kind of like, you know what? I could just go for a basic Aperol Spritz, but then I looked more into the menu, and they have this new Grony. It has Monkey 47 gin, Stirrings, pomegranate liqueur, Aperol, yuzu, and mint. So I decided to go with that, of course. Let's try this out. Oh. That's kind of crazy. It like has that like sour, that like immediate like puckery sour flavor. And then at the end, it kind of hits you with like the bitter Aperol at the end. It tastes a lot like the moonshine sour from America in Epcot. And then like I said, it's just a little bit bitter, so it's a good cocktail. But now in terms of food, there's a couple of different ways you could do this. You could order from the prefix menu that they serve in the dining room. You could order the prefix dinner for yourself for $89 and get one from each selection here. You can also order each of these things a la carte. He said there's only like one or two things that he maybe couldn't do a la carte, including the barbecue eel roll. He can't do that a la carte. But a lot of the other stuff, you're able to just order for like the price that it actually costs instead of getting the whole prefix menu. But then they also have this bar menu here, with a bunch of different sushi and other appetizers here. They have a spicy Kazan roll, shrimp tempura roll, blue crab California roll, some sashimi, a bunch of different rolls, these short rib wontons, which are always good, the pizza, and then some charcuterie there. All of the food has come out, and wow, everything looks so good. We are going to be trying so many different things tonight. Starting with the Sonoma goat cheese raviolo. This has a basil saffron pasta with tomato broth and a mushroom ragu with fennel. Now this isn't on the bar menu, it's on the prefix menu, but you are able to order it here, which I am very happy about because this is one of my favorite things to eat at California Grill. They have a dining experience where you kind of like watch the fireworks and it's all you can eat, all you can drink, and they have the raviolis out there. It's kind of like a buffet of raviolis. I want to say I ate probably like 10 of them. This ravioli is just phenomenal. It's so herbaceous. That's a funny word. It's so good. The pasta itself, you can tell it's made in-house because it has that like bite. And like I said, that creamy goat cheese there. It is just extra creamy. There's a ton of like herb flavor, almost like they're using a little bit of herb oil in there. You can see the goat cheese has kind of turned green. That tomato sauce is like just light enough. It's not a tomato sauce, it's a tomato broth. So it's very light, so it allows the goat cheese to kind of shine in this dish. And I'm a massive fan of goat cheese. So it is just, this is like a must order every time I come to California Grill. The only issue with this is that I could eat about 10 of those and they serve you one for, I don't know how much it is since it was on like the prefix menu, but I'm assuming it's around $20 for one. But hey, I'll pay it every time, it's that good. Next, let's get into this sushi. This is the Cascade roll. It has tuna, hamachi, salmon poke, mango, shallot, a yuzu avocado puree, and soy gel for $26. After taking a bite of that sushi roll, I had to like pull up the menu to like read and remind me what was in that, because I'm like, I don't taste any fish or see any fish in that whatsoever. Like, I need to inspect this fully here. So we've got, I'm assuming, what is something on top there. Yeah, and then inside the roll is just cucumber. Yeah. Like, this is the amount of fish that you're getting, and this roll is $26. This is a massive ripoff. Like, it tastes okay, but like, not $26 okay. And that's even taking into account like Disney prices. Like, I would have rather gotten another sushi roll that maybe had a little bit more seafood than this, because this is, I can't recommend this. Now onto something that I haven't tried before, the rapini pizza. This has broccolini, candied bacon, and piquillo pepper coulis for $24. All right, I've got a piece here with the broccolini and the pork belly. Good charring on the outside. The candied bacon on there actually works really well. It's like a thick piece of pork belly. I was a little worried how that would be on pizza. Turns out it's really good. However, there's not quite enough on it. Like, you're lucky if you get one bite of your slice with that candied bacon on it. Another thing I probably wouldn't order again Not because it's bad, but just because it's not great. And for our final dish of the evening, we got the braised beef short rib wontons. These have a miso cola onion sauce with radish, crispy garlic chili oil, and pickled lotus root for $20. Now these wontons are another classic California grilled dish that used to be on the regular menu, but I guess now you can only get it at the bar, or maybe you could order it if you get the prefix menu as like an add-on. I'm not really sure, but these are always delicious. I'm assuming they're gonna be just as delicious today. The wonton wrapper, again, it tastes like it is made in-house. I would assume they are making it in-house, but it really, really tastes like it because, again, it has that same bite that the goat cheese has. Honestly, I feel like, that the goat cheese pasta is a little more yellow because they kind of have that the same feel. The beef on the inside is super tender. It kind of just melts away in your mouth. You get a little bit of ginger in there as well. One thing I will say about this is tonight they are very, very salty. And I like my food to be very well seasoned, but this is almost like too much for me. I feel like that's just maybe a bad night for them because I've had them before and they've been not overly salty. Another bite of goat cheese ravioli to go. It doesn't miss. We are rushing back to the room right now. We're gonna make it probably just in time. We've got a to-go Aperol spritz here. We're almost back at the room because the fireworks are about to start in, what time is it? Like a couple minutes. The first fireworks literally just went off as we got back to the balcony here. We can't quite hear the music. I could hear it faintly in the background.
Love the lake view. There's a free swim basketball over there.
I know.
I said that one to play some b-ball.
Is that a fire or should just swoop up?
That's a fountain.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think this is
We're on the Moana part. You can see the Moana symbols in the fireworks. Is the most rare and beautiful of all. Nate timed up. Oh yeah, Nate is here. He timed up the music for that's like your hidden party trick. You are so good at timing up the fireworks from audio you find to the actual show. You are so good at that. I can never do it, but Nate always pulls it off.
We did both try.
I tried and I gave up like within a couple seconds. I was like, I don't got it.
I've had to do it a lot.
There she goes. I don't know if you guys could see. Yeah, I think you guys could see on the video.
I should see it.
There goes the green speck right across the sky. Well, that view for the fireworks was incredible as we expected. And I think we're just going to chill for the rest of the evening. Promise brought a little board game, so we might play that. But I will actually catch up with you guys in the morning because I feel like for any staycation, it has to conclude with Mickey waffles in the morning. So it's a must. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Ah, what a beautiful morning for some Steakhouse 71 breakfast. Now I of course got a kid's Mickey waffle here with some bacon and sausage. They didn't do just like sides of Mickey waffles, so I had to do the full kids meal. That way I also got a little morning DC. And then here's where I messed up. Now I love the Eggs Benedict from Steakhouse 71, but I didn't realize they had two different Eggs Benedicts on the menu. They have one with crab cake and one normal Eggs Benedict with ham. And I unfortunately selected the Floridian Benedict, which has a crab cake on it, which I did not mean to order, but we will still be enjoying. It's going to be my first time trying it with crab cake. I've never had this one. But also some devastating news. Look at these potatoes, guys. These are just like normal, like thin cubed potatoes. They used to have the best breakfast potatoes at Steakhouse 71. They were like thick wedges and they were seasoned so perfectly. I hope these still taste like the wedges, but they're not going to be as thick and potato-y. Ears first. They just don't miss, especially with this view. I mean, I could get used to this. Well, guys, I guess it is finally time to leave and head back home. I stayed till the very last minute. It's about 10:45 Checkout is at 11, and I am so sad to go. It has been such an incredible stay here at Bay Lake Tower. This is actually, I believe, the final Disney resort that I needed to kind of check off so I could officially stay at all of them. I think the Contemporary was like the last one, so now we've done them all. I can't wait to cycle through them all again. Staying at the Disney resorts is seriously like, that's like one of my favorite parts about Disney, the resorts. And living so close to the resorts and just to Disney in general, just the resorts are like such a great escape from kind of the busyness of the parks. And when you live here, you can kind of just stay and enjoy the resort. It just hits so different, and I absolutely love the resorts. Now, when it comes to Bay Lake Tower, though, I definitely do think the room is quite a bit outdated. We were actually sitting there, and I was like, when was this resort built? I had to Google it, and it was 2009, and you can definitely tell that this resort is quite old. The rooms are showing a lot of wear and tear. A lot of the stuff is kind of outdated, but it is going under refurbishment in September, so like literally in a couple of days, honestly. It's going to start refurbishment. I believe they're going to be refurbishing some of the rooms, hopefully some of the outside as well, because these planners here and these chairs that are just baking in the sun are a very questionable choice. But this resort definitely needs a refurbishment. I believe, according to online, it's scheduled to start September 2024 and last until September 2025. So hopefully by then all of the rooms will be updated with like newer furniture and stuff, and they'll kind of fix a lot of that wear and tear. That's what I'm really hoping for. But honestly, I'd stay here any day for views like this, like just waking up. And I went to pick up my breakfast at Steakhouse 71 this morning, just walking by the monorail, you know, the monorail's going by. It's just, there's something so amazing about staying at the Contemporary and staying at any of the Disney resorts. I just love it. And thank you to all of my Patreon subscribers, of course, for supporting the channel as always. And all of you guys for watching, of course. Hopefully you guys had a good time hanging out. I know I definitely did. And who knows, maybe you guys will stay here at Bay Lake someday. I hope so, because it's an awesome resort. Thank you guys. I'll see you guys later. Bye.